The last concepts we have to cover with supply, again, like demand, you're probably sick of me saying that, but it is elasticity of supply and inelastic supply. So elastic supply is when a small change in a price causes a major change in the quantity supplied. So let's say the kind of three things are is if you can make something quick, if you can make it pretty cheap, so not too expensive, and you're using only a few readily available resources, that's something that is elastic. So I have examples of, like, let's say a team, wins the World Series. You'll notice the next day at like a store like Shields, they already have the championship T-shirts on display the next morning. And the reason is because, well, they have like the screen printing everything there. They can make those T-shirts really fast, not very expensive for them to make those T-shirts. And like I said, they already have the resources there to make them. So all those souvenirs, or if you ever notice, like when a team wins, they put on the championship cap right after they win, and it'll have like their, like, let's say it was the Gophers, they would have the Gopher logo on there, and it's like, wait, well, what about the other team that didn't win? What do they do with those caps? Well, they can just get rid of them because it didn't cost that much anyway. Or for you juniors working at the concession stands, think about popcorn. You can make popcorn real quick. It's really inexpensive for you to make popcorn. You make a lot of money on that. And it doesn't really take that many resources. You got the popper, and then you have the popcorn kernels, you got the butter, the salt, the bags, they're good to go. So that's something that is elastic for you guys. Versus inelastic supply, that's when price change has very little impact on what's going to be supplied. So if it's something that takes a lot of time, a lot of money, or resources that aren't readily available, then it's elastic. One show that we've talked about in class before is Gold Rush. With Gold Rush, if the price of gold goes up, you're not all of a sudden going to have a whole bunch of people that are going to be mining or panning in Alaska for this gold because, first of all, they don't have the land to do it. And to get all of the equipment to be able to even do that is going to cost millions upon millions of dollars. And so gold is something that is inelastic, as are like space shuttles or lake lots, because like in Minnesota, we have a lot of lake lots, but your supply is pretty fixed. We only have so many lakes. And there's only so much developing that can be happening with that. So there's elastic versus inelastic supply.